Let's say that somebody was coming into our church and they're black, and would they be eligible for membership in our church? Yes, of course they would. They'd be eligible for membership in our church. But would they be permitted to participate in, embody, and practice what I would call black culture generally in our church? The answer is absolutely not. Why? Because the characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization, in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans on Crete, they are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people. They steal, they kill, they destroy. They are sinful to the core. They have besetting sins that are like fatherlessness, sexual immorality. They molest children at a high rate.
There's no better feeling than watching somebody put their foot in their mouth and then you pulling out the receipts.
Gateway Church founder Robert Morris pleaded guilty Thursday afternoon to 5 counts of child sex abuse charges. According to the plea agreement, Morris received a sentence of 10 years probation, with the first 6 months to be spent in an Oklahoma jail. He is also required to register as a sex offender for life and pay his accuser, Cindy Clemishire, $270,000. Clemishire says the abuse started in the 1980s when she was just 12 years old and continued for several years.
They molest children at a high rate. All of any criminal statistic that you could look at, almost pretty much without exception, they excel at them. Black culture.
Of last year, Morris resigned from Gateway Church after the allegations were made public. In March, he was indicted in Oklahoma on 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child.
I'm going to show you a video of the pastor that said that the Lord told him to sell people cryptocurrency to create his own exchange and to also pocket $1.3 million of the money that he raised from his followers, and to use that money for a home remodel and also to use it for other luxury items.
That Caitlin and I are being charged in a civil charge from the Colorado Securities and Exchange Commission for basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state. Now, the reason that they're saying that it's worthless is because there is no exit for people who have bought. So everyone that's watching this, who has put money into this, who wanted to take money out, you've been unable to do that. We launched an exchange, the exchange technology failed, things went downhill, and from that point forward, we've just been waiting on the Lord, literally for a miracle. So the charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true.
Oh no, we're not done yet. I have more receipts for you. So make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel, because you're not the only one who wants to see it. Now let's continue to watch.
Oh my God.
As neighbors in this Florida suburb sipped their morning coffee today, Josh Edwards was led away in handcuffs. His father, Evan, following soon after. According to a 6-count federal indictment, Josh Edwards lied on an application for a PPP loan back in April 2020 to keep the family's Christian ministry afloat during the pandemic. Asking for $6 million, the government approved a loan for $8 million. Edwards claimed there were nearly 500 employees and $2.7 million in payroll expenses. Both claims were false, according to prosecutors. Instead of setting up a ministry to help the poor, the Edwards tried to put a down payment on this $3 million house near Disney World.
Obviously, in Christianity, right, God does not operate in confusion. There are so many souls that have literally walked away from God because of the fact that you could not even own what your church did and the hurt that they did.
You stir up dissension.
So no, initially, it's you. It's the church. It's what you did. That's fine.
You come against great men of God, and you sow division and discord.
So the thing is, when Jesus come into the church and he flipped over tables, right, when he saw things were not right,
that's not what you're doing.
You can't tell me who I am. One thing I know about you guys is the fact that one thing I know about you guys, you don't want to have a conversation about it.
And I'm sure you guys are leaned in and care what I think about it. So I have read, obviously, the articles. It's broken my heart to see the different accusations. And I'll say right off the bat, some are true, many are not.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
Well, let me ask you.
Do you think that people that fly commercial are demons?
If you give me a chance to talk, sweetheart, I'll explain this to you. But it's a biblical thing. It's a spiritual thing. It doesn't have anything to do with people. People, I love people. Jesus loves people.
I contemplated on doing this video about this guy because I kept seeing him coming up and down my TikTok. So many people have shared his video, and all of the hate that he's spewing out of his mouth and the racism about black culture is very sad, especially coming from a pastor. But then I thought, well, he's self-appointed, so he can't help himself, because God would have never selected a pastor like him to lead his people. He is so hateful in his speech that I needed to pull out the receipts. And what better time to do that where Robert Morris, who has been over a mega church, finally got convicted for the crimes that he committed. Now, I know y'all have watched these clips, but I want to leave something with the ones who think that people have gotten away with mishandling you or mistreating you. I don't care how many years it takes. God's word never comes back void. And for every person who has done you wrong, they will reap what they sow. Whatever this man is saying out of his mouth, misleading God's people, manipulating them, he is going to reap what he sows as well. Because I want people listening to this channel to understand and know that I don't believe it's just pastors who look like me in the pulpit making a fool and a mockery of the church. It's all kinds of pastors. And some of these pastors that are in the pulpit are just there for money. They're there to continue to manipulate God's people instead of bringing people closer to Christ. And that means all of God's children, because he loves us all. But anyway, I digress on this situation, and I hope that you all got something out of this video. Let me know y'all thoughts below, because that's what I'm here for.